Okay, when we talk about 4G, actually we have to be very clear what is that we are referring to. Right? If you're talking 4G as WiMAX .16e or .16m or LTE, okay, the 4G classification is still being done, and it's a very generic term being used. So my perspective is, a lot of people are positioning .16e WiMAX as 4G or LTE as 4G, depending on what they have with them as products and solutions. In terms of deployment, if you see, if you are a wireless operator from a mobile side, which is the GSM technology family, then 3G is a natural progression towards that technology. And today the 3G technology is so mature, you can actually deploy it. Instead of expanding your network on 2G or 2.5G, it also gives you future investment proof. And the economies of scale are so high in 3G that the network equipment as well as CPEs are available at a reasonably low price, very suitable for Indian market. At the same time, the spectrum allocation for 3G is so less, you can't really create any big high bandwidth sort of applications with a very small spectrum. So that is where this WiMAX family of technologies gets positioned. So you can really give them a broadband experience on wireless. Combined with mobility, it becomes a very, very convenient and compelling factors for users to adopt this particular service. So irrespective of whether it is 3G or 4G, you call it, it all depends on what sort of services and experience you are going to deliver to the user, which will be the success of this particular market. India today, for example, if you are asking are they connected today, predominantly a lot of them have been connected, because from an Airtel's perspective, I can talk, we have connected almost like 85 to 90% of the census towns we are connected. So beyond that, there is still a rural India. Okay, so then I really don't know what are the numbers in terms of penetration and other things, but technologies are available today to go and reach those places. Partnership, if you see, we have a strategic partnership with Ericsson and Nokia Siemens on a long-term basis for our existing network rollouts. So there is nothing specific for a rural perspective. For a rural interest, we are getting into some engagement or partnership with IFFCO, or the fertilizer company of India, wherein we see that can we give the users with the backing of IFFCO going towards the rural markets. Then for Indian Telecom will be a major milestone here, because three major things happening. One, for example, is the 3G auction is finally happening, and the licenses are set to be given by September, followed by which the broadband wireless auction also will happen. So at least the players will be identified who will be rolling out networks in the next coming 2 years or 3 years. And also from a broadband perspective, I think it will be an important year by December if we start deploying networks, or early January. I think there will be a big burst of broadband and mobile internet growth coming in the country.